welcome to my bookshop. How may I help you today? You're browsing? I see. Anything in particular I can help you look for? We have quite a vast selection of books available for you. How about I start with offering you something to drink? Would you like something? Water? No problem. Let me just put my inventory book aside and let me fetch you a glass. So, how's it going today? Good. Nice to hear. Doing some Halloween shopping. Yes, Halloween always gets me in the mood for some shopping. Here you go. Here's your water. I'll put it there for you, so you can grab it when you feel like. I'm gonna give myself a glass too because I believe, not had a sip of water ever since 6 a.m. in the morning. Oh, don't worry about it. It's quite normal. When I am around books, I tend to get lost very easily. So, what's your favorite kind of genre when it comes to reading books? Is it fantasy, action, romance, mystery? Maybe sci-fi? Have I mentioned sci-fi? I don't believe I have. Sci-fi. Okay. Oh, you like the pumpkin? Yeah, I placed him here to help decorate the shop, get a little bit festive. If he has a name, well, I named him, Pumpkin. I haven't really gotten around to naming him yet, so I guess that's also on the list of things I still have to do. Yes, books, your books. Excuse me, I'm a bit all over the place these days. There's a lot going on because of Halloween, like the festivities and the Harvest Festival is quite fast. Like, it's around the corner next week, I believe. And, as Halloween is also a holiday of witches and witchcraft, and to celebrate the ending of some times, although I'm not quite educated on that fact because, I'm not a witch. So, you like fantasy? Well, isn't that awesome? I happen to have some fantasy books in store right now. Would you like to have a look? Great. Awesome. The first book I have for you is The Iron Daughter, written by Julie Kagawa. I might be pronouncing her name wrong, although Kagawa sounds funny, doesn't it? It is a very nice book. It's the first of the series. Would you like me to read you the synopsis? Yes? Alright. Oh, my apologies. It's the second book. As you can see, second book. Oh, it's still quite early. I haven't even had my morning coffee yet. The Iron Daughter. Well, let me see if I have the first edition of this magical series for you. Wouldn't want to get started somewhere halfway now, wouldn't we? Kind of ruins the experience. I'm not sure if you can hear the rain, but it's raining quite hard right now. Did you manage to get in dry from the storm? You did. Isn't that awesome? Alright, here it is. The Iron King, again by Julie Kagwa. The first of a 4-book series. You have the Iron King, the Iron Daughter, the Iron Queen, and the Iron Knight. I quite love the smell of new books. It always gives me a sense of nostalgia. But anywho, here, let's read the synopsis together. My name is Megan Chase. In less than 24 hours, I'll be 16. Countless stories, songs, and poems have been written about this wonderful age when a girl finds true love and the stars shine for her and the handsome prince carries her off into the sunset. I don't think it will be that way for me. Something has always felt slightly off in Megan Chase's life. Ever since her father disappeared when she was 6, 10 years later, when her little brother also goes missing, Megan learns the truth. She is the secret daughter of a mythical fairy king and a pawn in a deadly war. Now Megan will learn just how far she'll go to save someone she loves, to stop a mysterious evil no fairy creature dare face, and to find love with a young prince who might rather see her dead than let her touch his icy heart. Yes, doesn't that sound lovely? It's a very interesting book which you can read on a stormy night at a fireplace or in a cafe with a cup of warm chocolate or coffee or tea, although personally I prefer tea. Are you interested in this book? You are. Now look at you. Just a book nerd as me. Well, I do highly recommend this book. It's very fascinating, although there are some controversial things about the author now and then, but I'm not entirely sure what all those things are, so I prefer to just read the book. And if you want to do more research about that, then I do advise you to do so if it might bother you. But for now, let's put this on your yes pile. Great. I've put it there for you. Would you also like to, let's see, I have the Iron Daughter, the second one. The Iron Queen should also be somewhere among my collection of books. Yes, here she is, the Iron Queen. And I also happen to have the Iron Knight. The whole series just for you. I mean, if you wish to purchase the whole series right now, personally, I am someone who immediately buys the whole series off the shelves whenever I enter a bookstore. I mean, I think it's very nice to have all of the books for when I wish to read them. Although sometimes my wallet would disagree. Would you like to purchase any of the remaining 3, or would you rather read the first book and see if you would continue with the next? Read the first book first. Wonderful choice. Alright. Let's see. Fantasy. Something else that might pique your interest and scratch your brain. No, we just talked about that. Let's see. I have the book Carve the Mark here with me. Though my dog, he likes to keep me company in the store. He doesn't quite like the rain. Carve the Mark. This is the front, written by Veronica Roth, best-selling author of Divergent. I'm sorry, that was thunder, I believe. It is going to be a quite interesting day when it comes to the weather. Enemies at birth, allies by choice, together can they defy their fates. I believe Divergent was very post-apocalyptic. how do you say, interesting, mysterious, with a lot of tension and build-up. I can't quite put my finger on the word. There's a specific word I'm looking for. Oh well, it will come back to me at some point. I believe this is the first part. Yes, I believe this is the first part. You've carved the mark and sorry, my voice cracked. The fates divide, as you can see here. This book is 468 pages long. I haven't had the chance to read it yet, so if you do end up purchasing this and you return to my store, do let me know what happens, wouldn't you? I'll read the sign-ups for you again if you would be interested in this book. You are? Great. Alright then. Veronica Roth's breathtaking fantasy captured an unusual friendship and an epic love story. I smell enemies to lovers. That is one of my favorite prompts now. Might be cliche, but who doesn't love a good enemies to lovers? And a galaxy-sweeping adventure. Kyra, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Kyra and Echoes grew up in enemy countries on a vibrant yet divided planet. Kyra's ability to transfer extraordinary pain with a simple touch makes her a dangerous weapon for a tyrannical brother. Ooh, drama. When Echoes is kidnapped and forced to serve Kyra, it's clear that their hatred is mutual. But as Echoes fights for his survival, he recognizes that Kyra is also fighting for hers, and that her true gift, resilience, might be what saves them both. Their world is on the brink of political chaos, and Echoes and Kyra must decide if they will fight for what's right, even if it means betraying their families and countries. When the time comes, will they choose loyalty over love? Interesting. You know, if you don't buy this book today, I might read it myself during my break. I do think it's an interesting story. I'm already intrigued, are you? Would you like to purchase this book as well, or would you like to continue browsing? You would also like to purchase this one. Well, that's great. I'll put it on the pile. Alright, let's see. This is the next book I have. It's called A Lesson in Vengeance. The past will come back and haunt you, dark and mesmerizing. Cara Thomas, written by Victoria Lee. When you look at the cover, you can see two ravens and crystals, some flowers with autumn colors. On the side, in the middle, a skull with flowers moving around and growing out of it. A book with a rose, and here another one with some feathers. A snake within a glass compartment. A liquid-filled something bottle, and a Ouija board. Well, not the whole board, but what they would move around the board with. And a nice statue. It has a purple color. And on the back you have synopsis. Shall we read this one together as well? Yes? Alright then. A smart, layered, thought-provoking thriller about female desire and the intimacy of violence. Felicity Morrow is back at the Dalloway School, a centuries-old ivy-covered campus that was home until the tragic death of her girlfriend. I see we have some queer representation. She even has her old room in Godwin House, the exclusive dormitory rumored to be haunted by the spirits of 5 Dalloway students. Girls, some were witches. Oh. Witchcraft is woven into Dalloway's past. The school doesn't talk about it, but the students do. In secret rooms and shadowy corners, girls convene, and before her girlfriend died, Felicity was drawn to the dark. She's determined to leave that behind now, but it's hard when Dalloway's occult history is everywhere, and when the new girl won't let her forget. It's Alice Haley's first year at Dalloway, a prodigy novelist at 17. Alice is eccentric and brilliant, and Felicity can't shake the pull she feels towards her. So when Alice asks Felicity for her help researching the Dalloway Five for her second book, Felicity can't say no. And when history begins to repeat itself, Felicity will have to face the darkness in Dalloway and in herself. This book will possess you from first pages to its haunting final words, a layered stylist, brooding mystery that will draw readers in. Well, what do you think about this book? A Lesson in Vengeance. Personally, I quite like it when I have some queer LGBTQ plus relationships in books. Kind of add some spark and fruitiness. Would you like this book? No? Yes? No? You're not sure? Well, I think it would be quite a nice add to your book collection at home. You're sold already? As I thought. I'll put it on a pile. Alright then, let's see. Let me remove this shell first. Yes, it's quite a beautiful shell, isn't it? I got it from one of my friends. My apologies, that's my neighboring store. Yeah, she owns a tea shop, but she has a dog and it can be quite loud at times. Anywho, I got it from my friend when he came back from traveling the dark mountains. Quite a pretty piece. Alright, let's see. I have here The Witch's Kiss. This is one of my favorite books of all time. I always read it on the train or when I have to wait at an appointment. I never leave this home. By Catherine and Elizabeth Core. Some fairy tales are darker than others. As you can see, the book is adorned with thorn-like hats. A red back with the name. This is the first book, I believe, in a 3-book series. After the 3rd book it ends, I only have the first book and the last book. I have to find the 2nd book still, but I can't find it anywhere. It seems to be hidden. I mean, quite something for a fantasy book. The middle part is lost somewhere, like it starts swimming in the Bermuda Triangle. Anyway, let's read the synopsis, shall we? Mary is an average teenager. She's also a witch. She is trying not to be, but she is. Then Jack comes into her life and she can't help falling under his spell. One problem, however, he's part of an evil centuries-old curse that Mary now has to break. If Mary has lost her heart, will she lose her life too? Or can a true love's kiss save the day? Being a witch is dangerous, but being in love is even worse. Would you like to purchase this book as well? Yes? Alright. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 books for you now. 4 books. Well, aren't you being quite a reader? Although I must admit, I adore you. You have quite an excellent taste in books and literature. All right. Would you like to purchase the last book as well, or leave that to be for now? Leave it? All right, I understand. Put this down for a second. I also have Maggie Stiefvater. Flatter. I can't pronounce it correctly. My apologies. From the #1 best-selling author Maggie Stiefvater. The Raven Boys. If you kiss your true love, he will die. The Raven Boys is also part of the series. Sadly, I only have the first edition. A raven around the whole cover with swirls that are supposed to represent magic and wind, I believe. Ooh. There you go. Would you like me to read the synopsis as well, or are you not interested in this one? Yes? Alright. Even if Blue hadn't been told her true love would die if she kissed him, she would stay away from boys, especially the ones from the local private school. Ooh. I'm sorry, there go your books. Don't worry, they're still in perfect condition. I'll put them elsewhere. Alright, let's continue. Especially the ones from the local private school, known as Raven Boys. They only mean trouble. But this is the year that everything will change for Blue. This is the year that she'll be drawn into the strange and sinister world of the Raven Boys, and the year Blue will discover that magic does exist. This is the year she will fall in love. Praise for Maggie Stiefvater, best book to curl up with, Glamour. Would you be interested in the Raven Boys? Or stop your spur of shopping for books? You also want this one? Alright then, that's what you wish. I forgot to mention this to you, but by purchasing your by purchasing your 5th book, you will receive a tiny pumpkin to take home with you. Yes, it is a new thing we have going on in the store for Halloween and fall. And isn't this adorable? I love tiny pumpkins. I'm honestly obsessed with this whole entire season. As you can maybe tell by my pumpkin mug. I just had to sneak in a sip. Alright, I will put this with your books. We also have this larger book. It's Grey's Anatomy, Henry Grey, FRS Drawings by H.V. Carter, M.D. It's a beautifully adorned book with details of the brain. On the back, it says frontal lobe, central sulcus, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, occipital lobe, cerebellum, medulla oblongata, pons, and corpus callosum. This book has silver pages, which you can see. And the inside is full with information about the human body. Look. And here's some more. Not interested? That's totally fine, darling. Not everyone is interested in the human body in that way, and that's totally fine. Let me return those books. So, like this. Can't forget to put the shell back. Right, is there anything else I can help you with, or would you like to leave at those 5 books you've already purchased in a way? What's that? You want to look at the secret section? I don't know whatever you're talking about. You were told to give me this by your friend Genevieve. Alright, what is it? I see. And your friend Genevieve, you say? Alright, I quite understand. I will show you the hidden section of magical books we have in our store. Although I must say, I didn't expect you to be a witch. I mean, of course, witches have to stay well hidden in this world. Especially with the humans and their knack for witch trials. You know, we wouldn't want a repeat of what happened in Scotland. My apologies, my monster accent was coming out. Of course I'm not human, darling. Do you really think a human would have access to all these magical books I'm about to show you? Of course there are some that are hidden within the catacombs downstairs, but sadly Genevieve didn't give you access to those, with only this small charm to show me of your identity. But no, we wouldn't want to repeat of what happened in Scotland now, wouldn't we? No, that would be quite tragic. Oh, these ears. No, these are simply for decoration to distract the humans who come in from other things that they might see. Of course, this isn't my real form, but how can I show that to them? We have to wait for Halloween or Samhain or Samhain. I'm sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce it properly. But okay, first, we have this book. This book doesn't have anything in it, as you can see, but it has gold lines and it can be used as a grimoire for you. Genevieve did inform me one of her friends would come by in need of new spell books. But I also have a blue version. Yes. This one has the same lines and gold adoring the ends. Which one would you prefer? Brown or blue? Blue? Alright then. Blue it is. You're also looking for... Alright, give me a moment, please. Let's see. Alright. Here. This is what you were looking for, right? A small tincture of eucalyptus. Yes, you need this for a spell you're going to be working on, correct? Alright, put this with your items. Let's remove this one. I also have these books for research upon fairies. This is about flower fairies. And this one as well. These are about fairies of the autumn season. And these one are simply of fairies of Wayside. You want both of them? Alright, that's no problem. I'll put this over there for you. Great. We also have this book. Yes, this book says Oscar Wilde, the picture of Dorian Gray. But this is a cover because as soon as you infuse mana into this book, it is actually about dark magic and its rituals. be interested in dabbling into the dark arts? Or are you more of a light witch? So you want to dabble with the darkness. Alright. Don't worry, I won't tell a soul. I think dabbling in darkness is quite fascinating and sometimes necessary. We also have this one. It says Bram Stoker, Dracula. And when a normal person opens this book, they will see pages of Dracula's story. But again, if you infuse mana into this book, it will tell you everything about vampires. Yes, vampires and how they work, their culture, their weaknesses, what ingredients you could use, their fangs and blood and hair for, and such things. Would you like this book of vampirism? Yes? Perfect. I'll put this with your other books. Alright. And is there anything else that you might want? I am not sure if I still have a supply of moon water. I don't believe so, darling, and my apologies. Alright, then this is everything you wanted. Yes? Great. Okay. Then, let's see, we have your grimoire. The book about fairies, vampirism, and dark magic. Alright. We have your free pumpkin. Can't forget the pumpkin. Your tincture. And the normal fantasy books you wish to purchase. Alright, that's quite a haul you have. Well, thank you for your purchases. My assistant will help you out there, and have a spooky month. Bye now.